Stop recording button.
Okay.
Double tap to activate. System sound volume set to 0%.
It's a nice night out.
It is. Just the right temperature and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sit on the other side of you.
Okay.
Because I'm becoming like a smoked sausage over there. Just to get out and smoke for a while. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Much better. Much better.
Has the camera pointed at you?
Yeah. I like this place, CJ. I really do. I like this place a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if my broken back can keep up with it, but I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
Pause button. Double tap to activate.
Is that a light that you're shining on yourself?
It's Candy Crush on my phone.
Oh.
Yep, Candy Crush on my phone.
Hey, Grandpa, how familiar are you with Dungeons and Dragons?
Not very.
Okay.
I just never done that one.
Hmm.
Why, you're trying to study it now, aren't you? To get familiar with it a little bit.
So, I'm thinking about making my own thing,
Your
setting.
own thing? What do you mean, your own game like that? Or what?
Sorta.
Okay.
It's the sci-fi the sci-fi fantasy setting that I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one that's basically like a cross between Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, with like just like what if Star Wars had like fantasy like traditional fantasy races instead of unique aliens.
Instead of what? Egarians?
Unique aliens.
Unique aliens, I gotcha. You said that all in one word, and it my ears couldn't handle it. Your mom got me a hearing aid, and I got batteries for it and had been using it, but I don't know how much it does help. It makes it still can make some things hard to hear still, is what I was going to say. Like background noise can all get picked up, you know what I'm saying? Wind blowing and stuff like that. It's hard to hear people's voices then.
Mm-hmm.
But it does help. I mean, if I'm just like sitting in the room with people or the TV, it does make it so I can hear a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put Candy Crush down for a minute and do our fire again. Stoke our fire one more time. It's burning sideways funny. So I'm going to add some stuff to it. Some wood.
Hey, you know that document I sent you?
Yeah.
I ended up converting it into an audio file.
Into an audio file, huh?
Yeah, using like text to speech.
Yeah.
And I contacted a friend of mine and sent him the audio file and that image that I sent to you.
Mm-hmm. What'd he think?
Well,
She?
no, he. Well, I sent him those files in hopes that he would edit them into like a video that I could post on my YouTube channel.
I might be able to help with that, to be honest. You're saying the file and the photo that you had.
Yeah, it's an audio
and
file
then
and a
ask
photo.
AI to generate. Well, it already has. That's him generated. But you want kind of a video. You want him to be animated.
Not
Move around a little.
not
bit.
animated. Just like you know how like audiobooks on YouTube, they just have the image of the
right,
cover
it just sits there, right?
while the audio plays.
Yeah.
It's gonna basically be like so like that.
A lot of YouTube videos are like that. You know, they just show like still pictures and the guy's talking, like for the dinosaur ones or the incredible discoveries and stuff like that, but they just switch back and forth between still photographs. It's not really a video, it's just a still photograph switching out, you know, but it still looks good. It works.
Yeah.
It works like it's animated. Yeah, and just for the record books, animated just means something that's moving, basically. You know?
I could send you the audio file when I get back home.
Okay. I was gonna say
And you could take a listen.
now if you've got it ready and stuff.
Well, it's on my computer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought about that when you said get back home. That was the first thought that I had. Was, oh yeah. That's probably going to be back at the house computer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's starting to get hot though. It is burning gooder. Better. I need
Hey, why
bigger woods that I had over here.
light sources always seem to be brighter than they are on camera?
What is?
Light sources, like the file.
Yeah. Seems to be brighter than what? When
Then-
it's on camera?
Yeah, they seem to be brighter.
It's having trouble with the contrast between the dark spaces right next to the real bright spaces. That's a camera thing trying to figure itself out. Trying to focus and be lit the right way and everything. Yep, that's exactly what that is. It does get brighter. Right there. When it's on the camera. Wow, man, I guess all them pieces of wood I must have cut up. Because they ain't over here no more. Maybe we burned them last time you guys was up there. Maybe. Well, anyway, it's going good enough now. For a minute. Or 10.
Hey, do you ever notice like the difference of heat between like being next to a fire and being in sunlight?
Being in the fire or being in sunlight?
Like being next to the fire
yeah.
and
The warmth of sunlight and
yes, when you're sitting in the sun.
Yeah. Yeah, I have noticed a difference to that. The fire one's really strange because it's real directional. It's all right in that area, you know, and then it comes over and gets you on that side primarily.
Mm-hmm.
Where sunlight's more like the whole day, you know. It makes the whole day that temperature. They're saying, some scientists studying our origins and stuff are saying that we don't even act like a species from this planet because we get sunburned so easily and stuff.
It's probably because the
Like ancient aliens put us here or something. Brought us here and mingled
I'm
us
pretty sure it's
with
due.
chimpanzees and gorillas to mine gold.
No.
You don't think so? You ain't buying that one, huh?
No, I'm
Well,
pretty sure it's because the lack of melanin in some people and
Now what?
the
Say it. You're
Well-
doing fine.
how some people have low melanin in their skin. That's what makes them white.
Low melatonin in their skin.
Melanin, not melatonin.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure and I'm not meaning to sound racist, but black people, I'm pretty sure they have a better chance of not getting sunburned due to their skin.
I'm going to pull that couch back a little bit because it's throwing hot coals.
Like,
This one. It was getting right on this one. I don't want it doing that. There, that's better. I'll just watch it too. Make sure we ain't starting up no fires here. Man, Jamie does stuff strangely, CJ.
mm-hmm.
She is like really hyper. And she has different beliefs that are way off the wall. Conspiracy theory type stuff. She's a great person, don't get me wrong, you know. She just got some wild ways she does shit.
What, does she believe that the moon landing was faked?
I don't know. I might begin to think that.
Speaking of the moon, where was that?
How would they have withstood going through the Van Allen belt? And how are they going to do it this time? The radiation belt?
I'm pretty sure they made the moon landing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did too, because there's equipment up there and stuff that you can see.
Also, technology back then wasn't advanced enough to fake the moon landing.
Right. Hell, a computer that would do the work of our phone would be the size of Grandpa and Grandma's house trailer in 1970s, 1969. It was too. I mean, the lunar lander, they were talking because it had the most computers on it, and they were trying to fail because they were overloading. But they said the lunar lander had about as much technological capability as a calculator watch. You know, not a phone watch. that's more than it had by a long shot. But like a calculator watch. You know, like a scientific calculator built into a watch, digital watch at the same
Yeah, I'm
time.
pretty sure our crafting calculators are probably more advanced.
Oh yeah, all of it is now. They're talking now about quantum computing.
Yeah.
And man, that is kind of scary right there.
Mm.
Well, that's the point where machinery could take off and get out of hand before we could do anything about it. If it decided to. If it looked at it in any logic, like
Just
following society or entity, would look at mankind and go, you guys are a train wreck. It'd be easier to wipe you out and start over. Because you human beings are a train wreck. You guys are terrible. You lie, cheat, steal, kill. All you got to do is tell you not to do something, and a bunch of you line up to do it.
That's reverse psychology right there.
Yeah. It does work, too. Yeah, have you met James, Jamie's dad? I think she was named after her dad because they just had girls. They didn't have no boys in the family, so they named her Jamie after James, after her dad James. He's a tall, skinny, quiet guy that sits in there on the couch that you sit on most of the time too.
I think I said hi to him earlier.
Yeah, I think you might have said hi to him 2 or 3 times is about it. When he's coming around.
Angle the phone.
But
so it at you.
Yeah, he apparently he shot a guy and killed him. He was working for a family, not like the mob, but close to it, you know. A little dope slinging family down there in Columbus. And somebody done something or said something to his old lady while they was out to bar, and everybody had guns, and it turned into a gunfight, and he shot somebody, and they called it manslaughter, and he went away for like 12 years to the penitentiary.
I think the fire's getting low.
Yeah, it is just a little bit. It'll kick back up because I got some big woods on there. But we ain't got much big wood at all. I'm talking about the size of your arm, you know. It's all little twigs and stuff. We'll just keep it burning low fire tonight, though. Hang on.
Hey, what
I'll
do you
go
think
with it.
about flat earthers?
Flat earthers, I think they're completely stupid. And they are lost from the beginning. I heard something that they were talking about that said, all you do is look at the phone all day long, so that makes it a two-dimensional world, and that makes it a flat earth. In some kind of stupid kind of way, that almost was funny, you know?
Yeah. I think we should send all of them up to space for a couple
Like,
of
what would
hours.
replenish the ocean, though, if it was a flat earth? If there was an edge and it just kept, like, spilling over the edge.
Oh, they say that Antarctica is some sort of ice wall, and ow, 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 ow,
What was
ow,
that,
ow.
a hot coal?
Well,
Caught in your shoe?
yeah.
Yep. It wasn't a bite, it was something that got you hot and burned you. A little red coal.
Yep.
Yep. You'll have that every occasionally.
Yeah, apparently they say Antarctica is some sort of ice wall.
Yeah, I've heard that too. All kinds of different things. Admiral Byrd, who was a respectable type of guy that could have probably really, if he'd ran, been president of this country for 4 or 8 years at one time, like Eisenhower, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But they said that he flew down there and found a large opening and flew into it and landed. Somebody landed him with a tractor beam type thing. And they were Nazis. And they said, "Don't worry, we're not the bad Nazis."
There's only one type of
Such a
Nazi.
thing, right? Yeah. And we're not the ones that's like baking Jews in the oven and shit. That's all Hitler. We're the technological Nazis, you know. You know,
Yeah.
team up with us and we'll both kick the dog shit out of Russia. That's one
I
thing
doubt
your
that
brother
story.
used to do all the time, and he knew it irritated the fuck out of me. He'd talk about comrade brother, and I'm like, you know what you would find out in a communistic society? That everybody's equal, and there's this one group that's a lot more equal than everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, they got a lot more stuff. You know?
In Soviet Russia, you line up for bread. In America, bread lines up for you.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it does, really. You go down the aisleway and there's like this kind of bread, that kind of bread. Split top.
Bread's good. I like bread.
I like bread too. What kind of bread do you like in particular? Like Italian or like sourdough type that they make sub buns out of or something like that?
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about by a sourdough one?
I think.
Yeah, you probably got sandwiches like at Arby's or something, even McDonald's or Wendy's that had sourdough buns on them. It doesn't really taste sour. It tastes kind of like flat a little almost. Not as risen up as just regular white bread. But it is white in color. I don't really get off on the wheat breads. I will eat them. I like them toasted with butter on them, you know. Like with your eggs and stuff in the morning.
Hey, speaking of bread,
Yeah.
what is unleavened bread? Like, what's leavened?
Unleavened bread means that they don't have any yeast in it. Okay, bread is just really like wheat powder that's got a whole bunch of sponge made into like a sponge. It flares up, you know, and that's because of yeast being in there, and it makes bubbles.
So unleavened bread is like a
It's
crackle?
flat bread, yeah, like flat bread, like the ones that you make the little falafel sandwiches out of and stuff, you know. It's round. They usually make it on a stone. You know, they've got like a hearth, and they have a stone right in the.
I wonder
opening
if
of it.
some of the sandwich bread that Mom gave me, like the round bread,
Yeah,
like the round sandwich bread,
right.
I wonder if that's unleavened bread.
No, that's also still got great big air pockets in it, and it's real soft, you know. Unleavened
But
bread's
it's
not,
like
hasn't
like really
risen up.
flat. It's like flat bread, like
Oh, it is
type of
like
flat.
that, huh?
It's
Well,
like a
you
type
said
of
round.
flat.
I thought maybe like an
I said-
Italian
I said
round.
in the I meant like in the shape. It was like
I got
like-
you now.
bread discs,
Yeah. Oh, like breadsticks.
discs.
Discs. Okay.
Like
see?
a
Yeah,
circle of
discs.
bread.
That's what I thought you meant, and that's unleavened bread, to be exact. It has very little or no yeast in it. and it doesn't rise up. That same bread, if you take just a little pinch of yeast, which is a powder like flour, but you mix it into your flour and then you let it set in a warm place for half an hour, 40 minutes. It'll rise up, and then you put it in your 350 oven to bake it, and that makes a crust on the outside, and the inside gets done just like you're used to bread, sandwich bread for making your sandwiches at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's risen bread. Rising
If
bread.
a Jew was to make to get something from Subway, do you think they would need to have...
Probably the flatbread.
Well, wait, isn't that only during Passover? Pascha? Yeah.
Did they eat unleavened breads? They do. They eat them other times too, though.
Yeah, but from what I remember from listening to Exodus and Leviticus,
Yeah.
it mentioned
They ate it with bitter herbs to remind them.
Well, they were to eat unleavened bread.
Right.
And offer unleavened bread during Passover.
And eat it with bitter herbs too to remind them of the harshness of slavery in Egypt, right?
I don't remember that in the...
Well, do you know what Passover commemorates?
Yeah?
What?
The God of Israel leading his people out of Egypt.
More specifically, it is the angel of death.
Yes.
Coming.
Yes, like passing over their houses due to putting lamb's blood on the doorposts.
Right, on the doorpost and the lintel, which is the thing that goes across the top. And they eat unleavened bread. It's the bread of haste, because they had to hurry while they were leaving Egypt. And they ate it with bitter herbs to remind them of the bitterness of slavery. So that's what Passover is all about.
Yeah.
And what were you going to say about Jews eating stuff, though, at Subway?
Yeah, like the type of sandwich that they would make would have to be kosher.
Right.
So.
It should be, absolutely. Some Jews don't worry about it at all. They're just Jewish and like we are Christians, passive Christians. And yeah, when the holidays come around, we pray for it and stuff. And when you have trouble and people are hurt and stuff, you pray. Once in a while you pray and even think to thank the Lord for everything you got, because we really do have a lot, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you realize how lucky you are to have been born in America?
Yeah, but recent times.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. When I was your age, man, it was the shit, CJ. They'd have more songs come out in 1 month from high quality rock groups and better songs than we would in a year now, Hell, we'll go 2 or 3 years sometimes now without getting a big hit song, unless it's like pop music like Taylor Swift or something.
Mm.
But yeah, we used to have a ton of different rock music coming out all the time. Aerosmith, AC/DC, the Rolling Stones, REO Speedwagon, Boston, Rush, Styx, Queen.
Speaking of Styx,
just a few of them, man.
Speaking of Styx, have you listened to Mr. Roboto?
Yeah.
I wonder what that song's actually about. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. I like Styx. It's a Grand Illusion. Do you know that one?
No.
It's a grand illusion, and deep inside we're all the same. And Kansas, and man, there are just too many rock groups to even mention.
Didn't Kansas make
Dust in the Wind?
Yeah, but
you know that one?
Yeah, but I was also gonna say
Dust in the wind.
I was gonna say
Oh, dust in the wind. Sorry, I ruined it by butchering that. I was going to say singing it, but I really didn't. I was butchering that song.
Didn't they do a song? Can't remember. Yeah, but like, not just that, but like, we had one of my best buddies, Dale Gervin. He lives down in Florida now, but he lived right out in Roseburg with me, just a mile away from my house. And there was three of us: Mark Kovac, Dale Durbin, and me, Chris Schneider. But we done everything together. Got high on pot the first time together. We was like 12. His older brother, though, Bob, rebuilt a Hemi Barracuda, a 1971. And man, that bitch was fast and loud and tight. Oh, it was so cool. It'd just chew Corvettes up for breakfast, man. Or dinner, because we'd be out in the evening cruising. But listening to Graphic Equalizer. Yeah, I'm trying to remember that song
that real good
from
music?
Kansas. It's something Sun.
Huh? Something Sun?
You know the. It has an allusion to Icarus in it. An allusion to Icarus. You know.
They're losing what?
No, the song, it has a mention to the myth of Icarus. You know, flying too high.
Oh, yeah.
To the sun.
You say the Icarus, huh?
Yeah, to Icarus.
Kansas song like that? Yeah, I think so. I remember that. Something about that.
Yeah, what's that song?
Pee. I don't care. I just peed. That was better. I'm 10 pounds lighter now.
Hang on, I'm probably gonna stop recording to try to look that up real quick.
Memory, you've been recording all that time.
Pause button.